This is ESPN Esports. I'm Arda Ocal, happy to be joined by AngryBird, who competed at the 2019 Capcom Cup. Didn't necessarily go your way, but just reflect on the tournament and your performance.
It's not the performance I wanted, but like I played good. And there are some changes that I need to work on. In my first match, I was nervous because, like last year's Capcom Cup, I was the first match of the day. This year's Capcom Cup, I was the first match of the day too. So I don't get the chance to breathe or something. So I immediately played. I be the first one. So it's tough. Like if you ask any player who played the first match before, you know how it feels. And the first match of me was.
Do you have a preference on where you would like to be? If you had a choice, would you rather play later in the day your first match?
Of course.
Yeah.
I would play middle of the day. Mid. Last match is also not good, so I played the middle.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a little bit of confusion on stage. Like you were upset at one point. Can you just take us through that?
In the first match,
Yeah.
like it was so laggy. The screen was like it was like we're playing online or something. So I thought at the first game, I thought the problem is from me, not the screen. So I began the first game, and actually I didn't want to talk about it in the first game when I lost, because I didn't want to talk about, because they say you talk about it because you lost. So I waited until I bring it up 1-1. So the second game I won, so it's 1-1. Now I said it's time to talk about it. So
So you experienced it in that second match you won as well.
Second match too.
Okay.
Second match too. Like some stuff happened. I happened to win. Luckily, I happened to win second match, and then I talked to organizers. I told them we
So after that second match, you talked to them privately. You said something is going on.
yes.
Okay.
And then
What was the response?
they had to change the PS4.
Okay.
And the first match of once they changed it was still laggy.
Okay.
And then started becoming better and better.
So then the third match, I think it was against Infectious, right? Where you still felt the lag and you got a little frustrated.
Yes. It's not frustrated, but I'm so sad that such things happen in Capcom Cup.
Okay.
Because it's the end of the year and the most important tournaments. So such stuff should happen in less important tournament than that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you hope happens in the future?
I hope the event is much bigger, the venue is much bigger. The LCQ has headsets because everyone was complaining about LCQ headsets. Like for the competitors, we've been here all day. I hope we provided food or drinks or something, because we've been there for 12 hours yesterday.
No catering?
No food,
No
nothing.
food at all here.
No food for the players.
Okay, no food for the players. Okay.
Yes, so they should provide food for the players.
Okay.
And then they should take care of the setup screen, the main stream, and they should have all the matches on stream, because there's some matches happening off stream. Some people,
The last chance qualifiers and some of the losers bracket matches were not on stream.
some people want to see from your country, they want to cheer for you, watch you on stream. So it's bad they don't want your match. See what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah.
Put it into perspective, like between you and Big Bird, how many fans in the Middle East, in the UAE, would be watching your matches here at Capcom Cup?
I actually don't know, but it could be about 100.
Yeah.
100 people.
Yeah. So you do have a community of people that are supporting you?
Yes. I talk to my family too, so they watch, and he talks to his family. So yeah.
Yeah. When you look back on your year in 2019, how do you rate it versus previous years?
Let's talk about 2018 first. 2018, I was losing the whole year, and then suddenly I started winning. So yeah, and then 2019, one tournament I do well, one tournament I do bad. One tournament I do well, one tournament I do bad. So compared to 2018, it's a good year, because last year I was losing all the tournaments, and then I started winning, suddenly. This year it's fluctuated. So one win, one lose, one win, one lose, like this. So I think this year is much better than last year.
What would you say was a big change for you, or something that clicked or improved that allowed you to win more tournaments?
Because I changed my character.
Okay.
So
From what to what?
from Akuma to Zeko.
Okay.
So everyone blame me, why do you change from top tier to an unknown character? So, but I trust, I type, when I play fighting games, I like to play characters that I love. I don't care if he's strong or not. I love the character, then I play him. So when I started with Zeko, I started fresh. So that's confidence, that gave me confidence, from zero. Before I lost all the tournaments at Akuma, so let's forget everything from before and start anew fresh. So that's one. And then one thing, I used to get so nervous. I was the most nervous person in tournaments. So tournament by experience, I play well now in tournaments.
So now that you have this experience here, being on this stage in front of all these people, do you feel you'll have more confidence when you're playing in front of, say, a stage at Evo or something like that? Do you feel like you'll have more confidence?
I think every player has some nervousness in his heart, but the more experience you have, the more Like you don't care, you just play on any stage, you just play. So that's my feeling. I can play at any stage.
Do you feel you will remain with Zeku? I mean, I guess the patch notes will dictate a lot, but is Zeku going to remain one of your mains in 2020?
You know, some people say that Seth is coming.
Yeah.
Seth used to be my main character. So if he's like the same as the Street Fighter 4, I have to say goodbye to Zeku, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
maybe.
Immediate, if Seth is dropped as a character. We don't know at the time of this recording. If it happens, then you're going to...
He's like the same as my style, because in Street Fighter 4 he was a lot going into my style. So if this game he's not in my style, then I remain with Zeku. Like if he has everything I need, then I'll play him, 100%.
What are you anticipating from the patch, the upcoming patch?
I mean, hoping for the upcoming match.
What do you think is going to happen? What nerfs, what buffs do you think will
I
happen?
think Rashid is dead. Rashid,
okay.
yes. Karen's dead. I think so. That's what's supposed to happen. I think Zeku is slightly nerfed. Ibuki should be nerfed, but I don't know if it's gonna nerf. Should be nerfed because the character is too broken. Akuma should be nerfed too, but in every game he's so strong. However you nerf him, he's still strong. So I'll not mention Akuma. Birdie too, like has some changes. So these are my only changes. Like the top tiers has some some nerfs. Yes.
So you talked about your 2018, losing a lot of tournaments. 2019, up and down, up and down. What are your career goals for 2020?
22, I still haven't decided.
Okay.
Like maybe I stop the game, maybe I continue, maybe work, maybe I start working, something.
Are you thinking about not playing the game full time?
Like depends on future things, you know.
Okay.
Yes. So but most likely I will continue. But if something happens, then I have to stop. But for next year, if Seth comes, I'll focus on the totally new character, and see like if I can qualify to Capcom Cup with him or not.
What would be a circumstance that would make you want to stop playing the game?
Like, let's say I got a better job offer from my country because I'm a university student.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So, yes,
What are you studying?
accounting. I finished studying already. So yeah, if I got a better job offer, so I would.
So you don't see yourself as like having a job as an accountant and competing in tournaments on the side?
No, in my country, they don't allow you, like they don't let you travel as much. So there is no use of me if I have a job. So it's either pro gamer or a job. That's how in my country.
So is this a decision that you're going to make in the next few months?
Like yes, in the next few months. Like my team doesn't give me like a good offer, then I have to look for a better offer. So yeah.
So this is something that's coming up on the horizon for you. Very interesting. Also interesting because we were just talking with Big Bird and he seemed very excited for the possibility to represent UAE at the Intel Pre-Olympics event. Is this something that's important to you?
Of course it's important to me because me and him and single-handedly put the UAE in the map. So it's our job too to continue doing what we are doing.
Okay.
So that's what important to me.
So at least you would make that a goal and then beyond that, because that would be, I guess, in June. So that would be something that you definitely want to focus on.
I'll definitely participate in that. 100%. Yes.
Understood.
Yes.
Last question for you, what do you think the Street Fighter competitive scene will look like in 2020? Will we see more events? Will Capcom Cup grow? Give us some thoughts on what you think will happen in 2020.
I think there will be less events.
Okay.
Less events. But like ranking event, there will be less. I think so because like every year, some players qualify because of the ranking events. So maybe they want to make the ranking event less, and the premiers events remain the same. So and I think everything will be the same. I don't have much information about it, but I think there will be less rankings and more premiers, something like this.
Okay. Well, AngryBird is one of the 2 premier players from the UAE looking to represent the country at the Intel Pre-Olympics event and has a big decision to make regarding his future in 2020. We look forward to that. Thank you very much for your time.